Okay, hello everybody and welcome to another Let's Make video. This will be the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken. And this is gonna be a Christmas special. I do not know when exactly I'm gonna upload this video, but this is a mission that we are gonna do specifically for Christmas time because you know, everybody is celebrating Christmas around these days, so I was thinking that I should do something like this as well. So we are gonna do a mission that is gonna be very simple, but it could be very entertaining as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create like escape the island kind of mission, but it's not gonna be about escaping because that wouldn't be really thematic with the Christmas. Instead, I'm gonna search for the Christmas tree and for the presents that are over there. So it will be just randomly wandering around the island, but not like in a manner of escaping, but actually trying to find all the peace and love that is in Christmas. So I'm gonna work with Arma 2, as you can see, instead of Arma 3, because I was searching through the data and the objects in Arma 3, and you know, the models that are over there aren't really Christmas themed in any way. But I was successful in finding several objects that could be used to create a nice Christmas atmosphere in Arma 2, so I'm gonna use this game. And also the terrain itself, I'm working on channels right now, and it's just perfect. There are loads of trees, loads of Christmas trees that can be used. So this mission is not gonna be very complex. This is not gonna be a very long video. Quite the contrary, it will be very short. It will be very simple, very easy. But maybe if you liked the escaped Altis, escaped Stratis from Arma 3, maybe you would like to make something like that as well, and it really is not very difficult at all. You just place the player's unit on the map, place some enemies all around the place, and then work out some mission endings. And that's basically all that there is to it. I actually looked at how the escaped Altis mission was made, and it really is not anything difficult. And we are gonna make it even easier than the Bohemia Interactive. So anyway, I have already placed some objects on the map. You can see that I have the player's unit over here. It is the German rifleman over here, and pardon me. And I have added one command to the initialization box, and that is I'm gonna be launching the hello script once the mission starts, and it will be applied to the unit itself, and it will start at 700 meters. So once the mission starts, the player will appear at 700 meters and he will have his parachute ready. So then he will come down and he will start moving around. Next, I have the preload manager module that I have just placed on the map. It doesn't really do anything. It just makes sure that all other modules and functions work as I want them to. And I have the environment effects module that I have set up, and I have chosen that I want to set the clouds, this is the 2, and the snow, the 0. What this does, it enables special effects of the environment, and that is, I think it's snow, clouds, fog, and something else. I'm not sure if it's rain or something. It doesn't really matter. I know that the snow works fine, and the clouds should work as well. So this is what we have in the environment effects module. And then I have placed several game logic units over here. Let's open one. And I am creating snowmen all around the place. So this is the Christmas decoration that I'm gonna use, because a snowman is one of the few objects that I could find that are somehow Christmas related. So I am creating a snowman with the create vehicle command. I'm creating it on the place of the game logic unit, and I also turn the snowman to face outwards. I'm kinda creating a circle with these game logic objects, and I'm making all the snowmen to face outwards so that they form a nice circle. And in the middle I have a few ammo crates over here. I also have a hedgehog, and that is all near a tree. So this is gonna be our Christmas tree. This is gonna be the Christmas zone that we have to get to in order to complete the mission. I also have a testing trigger over here that teleports the player to this location so that I can see it clearly and easily, and I don't have to run all the way, because I have chosen a spot for the player to start. I have chosen a spot where he needs to go to, and I don't want to change that, so I'm gonna teleport the player if I need anything. So next thing that we are gonna do, we are gonna place some enemies around. Of course, if you want to have a mission that is solely Christmas themed, then you don't need to make any enemies. Of course, you shouldn't shoot at other people when it's Christmas time, but we are gonna do that because it wouldn't be a Arma mission if we didn't at least shot somebody in the back. So we are gonna place just some random units around the place. I'm gonna also use the placement radius that is gonna randomize the waypoints for the soldiers, like this, so that the mission is completely random and it's different every time. So the soldiers will move in this general direction, but I have no control over where exactly they will be headed. And that is a big plus for many missions, you know. If you play it several times, or maybe if it's a multiplayer mission, then you need to make sure that it is different every time. It will be really nice if you just play it with your friends and the enemy patrols are different. Then, well, you can replay the mission more and more times. If it's every single time if it's the same, then of course, well, what's the point in that? You can play it like 2 or 3 times, and then you will learn the enemy patterns and the enemy movements, and it will be boring very quickly. So to randomize the stuff is really nice sometimes. Of course, you cannot randomize everything. That's just a bit too crazy. So yeah, I'm just placing random units around the place, and we are gonna have them just patrolling all around the place. The player will not really know where to look for the tree. He will of course have to find it, so that's that. He will search around, and he will not find the tree at the first glance. So I have to add the units all around the place, not just in the way of the Christmas tree. That would give away the position of the tree. Okay, so we'll add save limited. This might actually be, yeah, this is not gonna be a 4th episode. This will just be a Christmas special. So sorry for the little confusion at the start, but yeah, this is not a normal let's make video. The others are a little bit more serious, but hey, it's Christmas time. Let's add some static objects over here. Just like this. I remember this area. I have played several missions in this general area. It is a very nice forest. I know it especially in the dark. I remember playing a zombie mission once. It was really well done. I enjoyed it quite a lot, and we were running through this forest to escape some zombie hordes, and I almost every time I survived. Like, I was the last from our group, and I was just running. I had no weapons, and I was running all around the place. I couldn't find anything at all, but it was, you know, fun times. I really should solve the internet problems and return back to Arma multiplayer. I miss it so much. Alright, let's make more soldiers. You know, this is quite a big area. We don't want the player to just run all the way and never encounter anyone. That would be really disappointing. Okay, so this will move on his location after quite a while. I'll also add, I don't know, some static vehicles, like this one, for example. Yeah, and I'm gonna make the placement radius of the object itself, it's gonna be 150 meters, so that we never know. I'm gonna copy this. There are gonna be a few jeeps in the forest. That's like perfectly normal. So this is basically how you want to make all the enemy units. They are gonna just patrol chaotically around the place, and they will be, every time you're gonna play, they will be in different places, and that's gonna be the random factor of the mission. What are we gonna do next? We could make a marker for the general area. So I'm gonna name it just area rectangle. I don't know how much, 7,000. We could try that, and we will fill it like this. Oh, there it is. So 7,000 is quite a lot. So let's try 800. I never know these numbers. It's just something I rarely use. Still, it's quite big, so I think that we can, yeah, something like this. Oh, where is it? Ah, there it is. Yeah, so we will move this marker over here, and yeah, something like this, so that the player knows where to look for the Christmas tree. And so, okay, so I think that we will now head to the script section. We will add a script with some general info, with some briefing, and I might even consider doing some special effects or something. We'll definitely add some lights around the Christmas tree, and then, well, I don't know, if I come up with something else, then I'll do it. But basically, we have almost the whole mission is ready to be tested. So let's go to the scripts. Okay, here we are in the script itself. And sorry that in this video I have already almost everything prepared ahead. I just don't want to make many mistakes in the video, so that I can quickly just upload it and not deal with many fixes and all that. So I have copied a few codes from my previous missions, and we'll see how that works. And what is all this about? I have one command that will create a record in my diary. I am almost certain that I have already explained this in some of my tutorials before, and we'll just add some info for the player. So it will be like find a Christmas tree, and I don't know, get to the presents. Watch out for enemy soldiers on the way. This is an example. Don't forget to add the tags for new lines and all that. So this is a example of what can you write to the player as a briefing. Next I have these commands to create lights on the ground. I have also explained this in my tutorial on the lights. It still works in Arma 2 just as nicely as in Arma 3. And I'm making a lights of different colors on different places. These ones, these are the names of the game logic units that I'm making the snowman on. So this will appear on the place of a snowman. Next I have chosen quite okay brightness. It's not gonna be too bright, but it's gonna be visible. At least I think that it is. And the color and the ambient color, these are different. This is a kind of yellowish. This will be a more to the red one, and this will be like something between green and blue, more to the blue. So I hope that it will be like a very nice turquoise or teal color. We'll see about that. And I am creating them on 3 places for the snowman. I could create a light for every single snowman that I have there, but unfortunately I don't really remember the names of the variables because I was just quickly copying and pasting them. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna take the time, I'm gonna cut the video, take the time to write down all the names for all the snowmen, and I'm gonna create a light for each every one of them. So bear with me a moment, I'm gonna do that just really quick. Alright, let's continue with the light creation. As I said, we are gonna make a light for each every one of the snowmen that are gonna be around. So the next one will be, let me just mark this. So we have this one already taken care of, this one as well, and this one doesn't even exist, so it will be like this. And the next one we are gonna have SN_2, and he will get a solid blue color, something like this. The next one, the snowman is named S1111, and he will get like a violet color. Is it violet? Should be. If you are interested in the variable names that I have chosen, the SN is short for snowman or snowman, I don't know how really to say it, and the SV at the start, and that is short for the Czech word for light, and that is světlo. And I have copied the light creation commands from my other mission, so I have Czech names over there. So just, you don't even have to really care about it, but if you are curious, then you know where it comes from. So next we have 1_1, he's gonna get like a very neutral kind of light. I'm really not sure how that's gonna look like. We will see. And only a few left. So we have the 3 over here, and I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them. Let's see. Yeah, it really matches nicely. Let's bring this to 61 and get this to 92. And yeah, we are gonna make a greenish light. Yeah, like this. So that's gonna be the lights. Save it. We can go back to the mission. Alright, back in the mission editor. I'm gonna make only a couple of triggers over here that's gonna take care of all the special effects that are not gonna be... I'm not gonna make many of these, but whatever. Just any variable xsvm script.sqf where we have all the stuff. You could use init.sqf if you want. I'm not gonna, because I really want this to be a short and simple video. And we are gonna get... I don't need anybody. I'm gonna make a custom condition, so position player select 2. That is the z coordinate of the player's unit, so the height above the surface. Less than 2. So once he gets to the ground, and he will stay on the ground for 1 second, then we can, like, for example, we can play some music. So we will play the organ works, because that's exactly what I imagined that we'll play on Christmas in a forest that is surrounded by enemy forces. That is exactly what I wanted. So okay, do we need anything else? We have a nice atmosphere. We have, well, kinda working mission. You need to balance that out for yourself. We have a clear mission goal. We should add some ending to the mission, so we'll do that. So I'm gonna make a smaller trigger around the 3, size 15. Yeah, that's okay. Once the player is inside, we will have like end mission. No, not end mission. Mission end. A variable is true, and we'll have another trigger that will wait for mission end. Then it will count 5 seconds and it will end the mission. And the one that actually launches this, and it will play another music. Just you could add anything else. I'm gonna make which one am I gonna choose? That's a good question. I don't actually... When it comes to Arma 2 music, I'm not that sure about the individual music pieces. Why not? Okay. And let's make some ambient noise. So we'll have the trees in the distance. We'll have like, not factory, bird singing. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Let me see if there are some sounds over here. There are indeed. So I'm gonna choose some crickets. Just randomly place them around the whole area. We want the place to be a little bit more happy than normally. Yeah, sure, why not? And some owl as well. Yeah, sure. You can, for example, if you want to make your mission interesting for the player, you could use the sounds to help him locate the location. For example, I could use the owl sounds only on the way from the player's starting location to the tree itself. And if the player actually listens to the environment and he follows the owl sounds, he can reach his destination. And elsewhere there are gonna be like crickets or birds, and he'll know that he has to go back to the owl sounds and he has to follow the path over there. That would be quite an interesting touch to the mission, and I think that you could be very useful, you could be very successful, and you know, the players might like it if they realize that you are trying to help them and they are not just wandering around. So okay, I think that we can test the mission. I'm gonna make my unit captive, because I don't want to repeat the mission 20 times, and we'll see. So we are starting quite high up in the air. Let's open the parachute right now. And just... I have to admit, Arma 2 has some pretty amazing terrain. And even though I love Altis, and it's absolutely brilliant, I mean look at this. This is so nice. It almost looks like the forest that is very near to where I used to live with my parents. I actually haven't been there for quite a while, and I really should return there. I plan to return there or on Christmas, and I mean, most probably it will look like just like this. You know, Cherners is made out of it's basically a satellite copy of Czech Republic, various places. So this really reminds me of the places that I used to live nearby there. And you know, now I'm studying in a big city. I rarely even see like a big forest or something. So yeah, this really looks very nice. You can hear the crickets, the trees. It really looks awesome. Yeah, so of course you can add more soldiers to the area. You can add, like, you can make this a multiplayer mission if you want. Really, it's all up to you. But just know that escape from the island or a mission like this, it's basically not very difficult to make. Just place units on the island and let the players have the fun. Let them decide how the mission will look. This is what most people want. And there's some enemy units, so we would already fight with them, but we are not gonna. So yeah, if you want to add some fancy scripts at the end and want to have, like, I don't know, some respawns, revive, all that virtual arsenal and all of that stuff, you can do that. That is that is basically a work outside the mission. You just copy the scripts and just launch them. So that's not a big deal. But yeah, the mission itself is not very difficult at all. So I'm continuing in the right path. You can, if you remember, the tree is over here. So I know almost exactly where to go. It's really a nice Christmas atmosphere. Almost it's like as close as I can get. And oh, that's a jeep. I was about to say that there is something wrong in the distance, but no, that's just a jeep. Yeah, this makes so much sense. I'm glad that I have decided to make this mission. This is so perfect. Like Christmas theme all over this mission. This is like absolutely brilliant. So we should be very close. The bad thing is I have absolutely no idea what the final area looks like. I have been there one time and that's it. So I kinda hope that it's around here, and yeah, I can already see the lights. It's kinda bright. Much more brighter than I was hoping for. And yeah, we are definitely getting closer now. Yeah, so this is just a bunch of random lights. It's much more brighter than I was hoping for. But yeah, what a nice and colorful mission. I mean, this is just for fun, and it looks so nice. Just look at this. It is so awesome. And every time you turn around, there is different colored lights. It's so nice. Okay, so anyway, here's the tree. Let's go near it. After 5 seconds, the mission should end. If I have said it correctly. And it looks like I have not. I think that I haven't connected with the player. Alright. So I'll do that in the editor, but just this is how the mission will end, and it's so nice. It is so perfect. I mean that even if you like just send it to one or two of your friends and just not make a big deal about it, I think that this is still a very nice present to give to Arma fans. It's just nice and playful mission. You can add many more commands and many more crazy stuff to it, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, let's go back to the mission editor. I will do this last step. I will switch to groups. Let me just, yeah, this one. Connect it to the player. Like this. Okay. So now it will work. I'm not gonna test it once again. It takes quite a while before you reach the destination. But yeah, this is how you basically make escape the island or find an item and get to it type mission. It's really simple to do. You just need to pay close attention. Either use a trigger or use the player distance, whatever, like player distance this or player distance some logic unit. Yeah, and once it is less than like 40 meters, then you know that the player is around. And so that's all that you need to do. So I think that I'm not gonna expand this mission any further. I think that it already has everything that it needs. So yeah, all that I can now do is say thank you guys for your support so far. It's been a great year. I really appreciate every single one of the views that I get on my videos. I wish you guys a very happy and Merry Christmas, a very happy New Year, and hopefully you already have a beautiful time right now and you are spending it with the ones you love. So okay, that's it for this video. I hope to see you all in the next one. Comment, like and share, and have a great day.